everybody, welcome back to Sith and Bricks. Today we're not building, we're going to be reviewing set number 8002, the Lego Technic Droideka.
Also called the Destroyer Droid. This is actually a little bit of a step back in time, going back to year 2000, when I believe they first started working with Star Wars, correct?
No, that was 1999.
99? Okay, so this is the second year.
Although this is the only time Lego's ever made Lego Technic Star Wars stuff, there's only been one wave, if you're not including the buildable figures, which I don't personally.
So I actually have some interesting things after we go through this little guy right here real quick. So this was released in 2000. It is 553 pieces. It is 11.5 by 11.4 by 2.8 inches. Also, the Destroyer Droid, also known as Droideka. And we can see this, I think it was episode 1 through 3, Clone Wars, Rebels. We haven't seen it in Bad Batch, right?
We might have seen it in the droid factory, but I'm not sure. And they weren't alive in the droid factory anyway. They were crushed, but
Gotcha.
so yes, but actually no at the same time.
Yeah, what's also really interesting about this build, and before we switch over so that you can show the actual build itself, is that this thing came, well, at least one of the things that was interesting to me was the bags. Now, I didn't build this with you. You built this while I was actually asleep. Were these the bags that you had?
No, we got this from the Atlanta Brick Company, so it was actually the box itself, and they had to wrap it themselves.
Okay.
With their own wrapping.
That's why I was asking, because when I went back and I was researching this, I found that these bags actually have the print on the bag is the actual build, and each bag shows you the different phase of the build that each bag is for. And I've never seen that before. Have you seen this on another build?
I have not.
I thought that was pretty interesting. And on the right here was something else that I wasn't aware of until I talked to you about it, which this is actually an alternate build for this set. And this is supposed to be AAT?
Yeah, so a lot of older Star Wars builds do have the alternate builds, but this is the only time that I know of where they actually have instructions for the alternate build.
Yeah, this was actually kind of cool. Now I'm not a huge fan of the build itself, but considering this was 2000, the main build for this is actually really good. So I'm going to switch back over here so that we can actually show, and I'm going to go to the main view. There we go. So that you can show this a little bit better on screen.
So this is the Lego Technic 8002 Technic Droideka or Destroyer. I actually don't know what they call it on the box. I think they say just Droideka droid, but here is the Lego Technic Droideka. I know it might be a little bit hard to see through the camera. Oh, I accidentally did that. But yeah, there is
the side angle. The side angle looks a
yeah,
lot better. Yeah.
There is a lot of playability in here, even though it's more of a display thing. Like, you can move around the cannons, the head, and what I accidentally did earlier is that there's this red switch down here. Push this down, and it'll actually collapse. I'm not gonna do it on camera because it takes a long time to actually put it in its roll position. But what over time you'll do and like move it around. Should I put it in roll position?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So
yeah, because it's actually really neat how much playability they were able to build into this, considering it was only the second year that they were doing this.
Now you got to be really careful when you do this, though, because I did break the rubber bands, some of the rubber bands while putting it in the roll position.
Yeah, and if you're watching and you don't follow Lego Star Wars, or if you don't follow Lego normally, this is a retired set, and it's been retired for almost 22 years. So this one is not one that you're going to find new on the shelf anywhere, but you can find it. I think I had it up here originally. You can find it on Amazon, new in the box. It looks like for around $300. You can get some used sets, and like you can go to Atlanta Brick Company. We got this one from Atlanta Brick Company, and it was half this price, I think. So it is possible. And yeah, there you go. So there's your roll configuration.
And what happens is that
Before you do that, to roll it to the front so they can see it from the front too. Yeah, there you go.
there you go. The legs stick out a little bit, but saying that this is 2000, they didn't really have the pieces to push these into the body, so I don't really mind it. But the legs do look really good. And the Droideka, in my opinion, is the best out of the Lego Technic Star Wars wave that they made. Yeah, sorry if that's really loud, but me and my dad were looking at like the Stormtrooper one.
Oh, I've got them. We're gonna talk about them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, then I won't spoil that.
I've got them. There's some really interesting stuff, and it looks like it wasn't just one wave. It was actually 2000, 2002, and 2004. It looks like that they had them.
So the coolest thing about this though is you know how in the Phantom Menace when they roll through the hallways they'll like go up and they'll start firing through
Mm-hmm.
their shield. This does the same thing. So you hold it from the back here, and at some point it would roll through and hit this little
Trigger.
pin here,
Mm-hmm.
and it would release. Well, it was supposed to release the beast. Uh, yeah, it has some issues because this one piece here, it there we go. That one piece gets stuck if you push it in too far, but it does open up.
Yeah, I just think they knocked this one out of the park. And there's some other ones that came after this, and the one that came with it that they're cool, but there's some small little idiosyncrasies that I take some issue with. But yeah, this build itself, I really like. And I'm surprised they don't. I think there's opportunity to do more of this. I'm not sure why they got away from it, but this one in particular, I really do like. Let's get back over here. Let's switch back to the discussion area here. There we go. So along with this, so this was in 2000. These other two droids, which is the battle droid and the pit droid. Now, the battle droid I like. I really don't take a lot of issue with this one. This one was 363 pieces. It's also retired. Came out in April 2002. Set 8001. The pit droid on the right. Eh, uh, there's just so much space in the head area.
Yeah, I feel like
Some stuff for me with Technic just doesn't translate. It doesn't mean it's a bad build. It just doesn't translate as well. Like the one on the left, the battle droid definitely translates. This one that we have on the table, I think this one definitely translates. But this one, I think
if Lego were
it's
to
definitely a cool attempt. And again, this one was in 2000, 223 pieces. So this one's got less pieces than the battle droid, which has less pieces than the Droideka. But these were all out in the same year. So one of them, let's see, this one, where did it say? Yes, in April, and this one just says 2000. So I'm not sure if they came out at the same time or if they came out separately or if they came out with all three of them at the same time.
well, one of them says that it's April 2002 and the other one says April 2000, right?
No, it just says 2000.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
So
feel like
not 100% sure if they all came out together. I don't remember. I wasn't, let's see, in 2000, you weren't even born yet. I was still in college. So yeah, I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it at the time. But it gets more interesting because apparently in 2002 there was another wave. Now the one on the left, I think, would have been an admirable attempt had it been a different color. And I've looked at different versions of this, and I've seen people have actually replaced pieces to make it a different color. But this purple does not work for me. April of 2002, 379 pieces of the Super Battle Droid, which should be what, a bluish gray color?
yeah, I went through and I think I figured out why it's that color. They tried to take the old Clone Wars Super Battle Droid, which was that color in the TV show, and they tried to put it onto here.
Yeah, maybe it's just me. The purple does not work for me.
And it's
It just looks off.
yeah.
But the build itself is spot on. So this one would probably be my second favorite next to the Droideka. The one on the right, which is Vader, this also came out in 2002, 391 pieces, set number 8010. This one is, it doesn't look like it's Technic, except for the legs, at least from the picture. It looks like there's a lot of custom here. So the head obviously is custom. The chest plate looks custom. These hoses look custom. This whole piece in the middle looks very custom.
To to me, it just looks like normal Technic, except they added some extra like printed pieces
That's
to
what I
it.
mean. They're custom printed pieces, but like that head is definitely not Technic.
The only part of the head that doesn't look Technic to me is the actual like top helmet part.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to see, but that
Yeah.
headpiece. Well, the headpiece. That's what I'm talking about. The helmet. But it doesn't. It doesn't look. It just doesn't look Technic. And it has a cape. Comes with a lightsaber. I mean, it's not bad. I prefer the Super Battle Droid. If I'm picking these two, I prefer the Super Battle Droid. I just wish it was a different color.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there are some scenes in the movies too where it does look bluish, and
I
that might.
wish, yeah, I wish I had a better picture of Vader, but it was really hard to get one that I could blow up because I really wanted to zoom in on that head so I could see better what that was actually made out of, and also with these that chest plate because it looks like it could be custom printed, but these hoses, have you seen these hoses in Technic?
Yes.
Okay, because I haven't seen those,
Actually, on the Droideka, the they're small, but they're right here the legs.
but that's not the same. That's not the same hose.
Oh well,
Yeah, that's definitely different.
that's a different hose, but I do
Right.
have that in my Lego box. I know because I
Okay.
was missing one of these and I was looking for it.
Yeah, it was just it's interesting. It's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. I really dig the Super Battle Droid. Just wish it was a different color. And then what do we got next? Now it gets awkward. Um, a valid attempt at R2. I just don't think it translates as Technic. The R2s that we have that are Lego are great. This is challenging for me, especially when you've got so much space in the head. It's just from the head up, it's just an odd experience. From the head down, not too bad. From the head up, that one's just a little odd, and then 3PO just scares me.
Yeah, I feel like 3PO would have went better if they did the Phantom Menace version where he is more bare bones. It would have made it
Right.
easier to
Yeah, I could see
make.
that. And what's really interesting though with 3PO is these pieces look like they're shiny. I was looking, I looked at various different versions of this, and if you know, let us know in the comments if you have this or if you've actually seen it. But some of these pieces look like they're actually shiny. So I'm curious if they're flat colored like normal Lego is, or if they actually created some shiny pieces for this. It's hard to tell in the pictures, so I really wasn't sure. But 3PO, he looks a little creepy, but that's not as creepy as it gets, believe it or not. And these both, so by the way, so R2 is 2002. So R2 came out with Vader and the Super Battle Droid. And then 3PO is 2001, so he came out the year before. So that's what I was saying. You say it came out in one wave, and it was actually several different ones that came out over a period of what seems to be 4 years
Hmm.
or 3 years. Um, the next one, okay, now the Stormtrooper on the left, 8008, was in 2001 as well with 3PO. It's retired, 361 pieces, and it looks straight out of The Walking Dead. If that's not a zombie, I don't know what it is. I didn't know we could do zombie troopers, but that is a zombie trooper. Um, yeah, that one just does not work. Now, not Boba Fett, Django on the right, not terrible, but not great for me.
I feel like everything for Django except for the arms and legs are good.
Yeah, not terrible, not great. As far as I think, I guess my problem with this is I think there's other places that Technic can be used where it makes sense, and that they tried to force some things into Technic that didn't make sense.
Then again, though, that the pieces you're thinking of might have not existed when
That's
they made
that's
this.
that's true. That is true. Gotta keep that in mind too. This is almost 20 years ago in some cases or more. But like I said, the Droideka, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal build, and it looks good. It's got a lot of playability. It's a great just something to have on the shelf. So it kind of checks all the boxes. Some of these others, it looks like they just, like I said, in my opinion, it just looks like they forced Technic into a place that it shouldn't have been. These, yeah, I just think there was some opportunity to do some other things. But
Yeah.
like I said, Django's not terrible. Vader's not terrible. I do like the Super Battle Droid to care for the color, and then is what it is. Let's see, what do we got? And that was it. That was all I had with this.
Yeah, I feel like Lego could definitely make remakes of these separatist droids because if there's something I've noticed, it's that the separatist droids seem to look the best in Technic.
Yeah, I think that this one, I'm really surprised, and I don't mean to harp on it, but I'm really surprised at how well this turned out. It looked cool in the box, but I just didn't know, like, once it actually got out and got built, how well it would look. And it's really hard to, on camera, it doesn't translate as well as it does in person either. But from the side, it definitely looks better. I got some weird things going on with light over here. But normally we record later at night, so we got that back window over there that's messing with our light. But this definitely worked out well. I dig this set. There's and that was all the Technic Star Wars stuff that I was able to find from the same time frame.
Yeah, unless if you're those are still way later than these, but unless you're counting like the buildable figures like the K2SO we have back there in the Boba Fett,
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
think
talking about
that's it.
those. Yeah, I wasn't talking about those.
I don't really count those as Technic anyway.
No, those are a different category, I think. But these all came out between 2000, 2003, 2004. So it was very early on with Lego and their acquisition of, well, not acquisition of, but the ability to sell Star Wars IP stuff. So it was a first attempt, and I think they got this one right. And then they had a couple that were just not quite right, I guess you would say. And then they got some that are just okay for me because they've done a lot better with standard Lego in a lot of places than what they did with the Technic.
Yeah, Technic is stronger, but it's definitely harder to make look nice.
Yeah, there's just so many. You got to deal with a lot of open space, and a lot of things just don't translate well when you have all that open space. So yeah, so that is 8002, and it does say on the box. I was looking this up because you were asking. It does say Destroyer Droid. So it is a Destroyer Droid, and they also obviously it's called Droideka. The other thing that I was going to go over today was something. Let's see if I can find it. Because we have been working on this for a little bit now. The last time, the last time that we went to Disney was 10 years ago, believe it or not. And we are going back finally. And I am not playing the music for this video because it is playing Star Wars music and I don't want to get a copyright strike. But we'll be doing this and we were going to make sure that we head over to Galaxy's Edge. And there are two areas in Galaxy's Edge that we are very interested in. One of them is what was the name of it? There's two areas. One of them they have very specific names. I gotta find it.
Like Spire Outpost, like which area are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me see if I can. There we go. I had to find it. Perfect. So one of them is Sabi's workshop, where you build the lightsaber yourself, and you're still not 100% sure if you want to do this or not, because you said that there was another one that you were interested in. What was that?
It is the Droid Depot or
Depot.
Depot, the droids. The build your own droid.
Yeah. So I was watching a couple reviews on this lightsaber, and some people love it, some people not so much. Um,
I like them.
yeah, it looks like so you get to begin with, you assemble your hilt. So you get a hilt, four sleeves, two emitters, two pommel caps, two sets of activation plates, and a switch. These things are not cheap.
I'm sorry, but this is a little late, but I know like how the box says you should hold it is to roll it up and then grab it from this little center console area. And you would grab it like this and you could move it around. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out. And was I too far away from the mic or was it good?
No, you're right on the mic. It's just that you
Okay.
were off camera again.
But yeah, it just says to hold it from here. You can hold it from the same way standing up. It's just hold at the reach.
Did you have? Do you have the box in here?
It's actually right over there. I could go get it.
Yeah, go grab it. So, so yeah, we're looking at this. Build your own lightsaber is one of the areas we're looking at, and then the other one is the Droid Depot, where you can custom assemble your own droid. They have BB series droids and R series droids. I do believe he wants to do the R series, which I'm in agreement with. I think I would prefer to do that one. I think his brother wants to do. I don't know what does your brother want to do. Did he want to do an R series or BB series? Yeah, let's not smack ourselves with the headphones.
Yep. That was.
Did your brother want to do the BB or R series?
I think it was the or yeah, definitely the R series.
So everybody wants to do the R series. And these price wise are half as much as building your own lightsaber.
Unless if you get the accessories.
Well, it does have accessories, but I still don't think it's going to add up to what the lightsaber does. The so I don't know how this is going to work. There's all kinds of COVID protocols in place still at Disney for now. We're not going to go till the November time frame, so I don't know what it's going to be like then. But if you haven't been in a while, one of the interesting things is you have to. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the box
Oh,
here on the
okay.
screen.
Yeah, like you're like moving all around over there. The one of the interesting things, or not interesting, but one of the things you have to go through now is not only can you have to buy a ticket, but you have to actually make a reservation for the park. So you have to buy a ticket, then you have to tell them which park you're going on and which day. So we picked the day that we're gonna do Galaxy's Edge, which is it's called it's not MGM anymore, isn't it called Disney Hollywood Studios? I haven't been in so long. I don't remember. I think it's Disney Hollywood Studios.
It's either Disney Hollywood Studios or just Disney Studios. I forget which one.
Yeah, I think it's Disney Hollywood Studios. But yeah, so you have to let them know what day you're going to do what, and then if you want to ride the ride that they have there, and I think there's only the one. Is it just the one ride? Do you
In
remember?
Galaxy's Edge, there are two rides. There's the Millennium Falcon
Right.
Simulator and then Rise of the
Rise of the
Resistance.
Resistance. You have to make a reservation for that one as well, and that one's actually in the app. So, but unfortunately, we were going through, and I was looking because you can get what they call magic bands now, and you can put on a magic band, and as you walk through the park, you can use the band instead of what you used to use your ticket for every place you go. And I was looking for the Star Wars ones, and through Disney's shop, there were no Star Wars bands. There were hardly anything in there. I think they had four or five types, and none of them were really what anybody in here was digging. So I actually had to go to eBay, and I found this one, which is a really cool one. This is the Bad Batch Magic Band. And this one is a limited edition that was for May the 4th this year. You're gonna struggle with that, aren't you?
It's like an Apple box.
Yeah, it's got the suction on it. And this one is actually really cool. Um, it looks on the top just like any other Magic Band. On the sides, it's got all the guys on it. Hold on. Oh, Let me switch this over so it looks better. There you go.
There we go.
There.
Now you could see that easier. We have
Yeah.
Hunter, Recco, Tech, everyone.
Crosshair. Yeah.
Yeah, Crosshair. Yeah, very interesting. They don't have the Imperial version of Crosshair on the thing. They
Yeah.
have
I'm not sure
regular
when.
Crosshair.
Yeah, it's just really cool. Maybe they didn't want to give anything away when they did it.
Or maybe this was like
But according to the website and according to the box, they only made 1,500 of these. So it was really cool that we were able to find this. And then we have a couple other ones coming. Your mom's got one that is Grogu. I think your brother has a blue stormtrooper, and then mine is orange and red with the Millennium Falcon. And we don't have those yet. Those are on the way. But This one was good. That was a cool find on eBay. They're unbelievably stupid expensive right now. They're twice what they were on May the 4th for sure. And then there were some of them that were even three times as much. And it does work, by the way. I was able to pull it up, pull the code off the back of it, activate it. So it's legit. It actually did work. Um, yeah. So we're looking forward to that. If you guys have been to Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, the last time we went was Disneyland in California, and that was 10 years ago. So this time we're going to Disney World in Orlando. If you guys have been recently, let us know down in the comments below. Let us know what your experience was like. Did you have long lines? Did you try to go during COVID last year? Because it was completely different last year than what it was the year before. When we went, COVID wasn't even a thought. So it was Disneyland, and it wasn't too bad. It was hot, but it wasn't too bad. Um, so yeah, let us know. Let us know what your experience was, and if you haven't been, let us know. You know, if you went, what you would like to do. We've got plans for uh, studios, Disney Hollywood Studios, Disney World. We're gonna go to Epcot for a little bit, and I think we're gonna do Disney World twice. I think because we're gonna be there for 4 days. I think we're gonna do it twice because that's a big place, and I know you and your brother haven't been, but I've been many, many times, and it's exhausting. It is a huge place. Um, yeah, that was all I had for today. I'm gonna switch this back over here. Boom. There you go. I thought you were doing something with the box. I
No,
was
I'm
like,
just
what are you doing? What are
I
you
heard
doing?
I heard the I heard the dog over there, so I didn't want to have the box
Oh,
and the
okay.
dog in at the
Yeah,
same
the
place.
dog in the box, not a good mix.
Nope.
But so yeah, that's all I had. So sign us out.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching. Good night.
See ya.